Hey, I take my eye care and vision seriously right here. So let's get to the real nuts and bolts of this interview right now, and we can maybe ask me about my eyeballs and their visions later.
I'm ballsy, I'm a stud. I don't take shit from anyone. I'm ballsy, I'm a stud.
So,
Lightbreaker, Dreammaker.
you heard the man, folks.
Lightbreaker, don't you mess around with me.
And how else do you start an interview? Welcome to the Coffin Nail. My name is Lightbreaker. Today I am chatting with the one, the only, the greatest band of all time, Arnocorps.
You're very welcome.
And a very special interview.
Congratulate you on a big step in your career.
Exactly.
One small step for man, one giant leap for heavy metal internet radio. And a special interview it is, because this is basically the first Arnocorps reunion in a very long time with all the full-time members. Is that correct?
The crop rating, can you believe it? Look at all of that.
We're bringing the Coffin Nail to the cream of the crop.
Right.
I can't believe how much you're all in
Cup of
heaven.
coffee in the big time.
We're international. Look at us. Where are we all at? We're in the...
Where are we all at?
Right
I
here.
can believe how much in heaven you are right now, Lightbreaker, let me tell you.
Does it show? So let's go around the screen and see where everyone is. Eric Nagelbet, where are you right now?
I'm in Berkshire, a little town you might have heard of called Slough.
Hey, all right.
Yes, indeed.
In England.
Exactly.
And where right now is Baron von Trotz?
Sorry, what's the question?
Where are you right now, mate?
All right. Where you
I'm
at?
at my home in San Jose, California.
Unbelievable. And what about Carl Dishner?
Hey, all right. I'm up here in Vancouver, BC, right there. Goddamn rain!
Exactly. Where are you right now, physically? Like, you're in Vancouver, but where are you? You look like
Yeah,
you're
what room are you in?
room.
I'm in the basement! Exactly.
Hey, exactly. Do you feel comfortable?
Basement, stage, basement.
That's right.
So your mom's going to come in 5 minutes, tell you to get off the internet, right?
Exactly.
And where's the rest of the band today?
The
You
rest of
guys,
the
where are you
band.
calling from?
Come on, we're in California right now.
Exactly.
Go!
Yes, exactly. Undisclosed location, California.
Fantastic.
Headquarters.
You better believe it.
The headquarters, of
Undisclosed
course.
location. Of course, when the headquarters, you can see the swords back there. You can the bases right here.
It wouldn't be an Arnocorps interview without a bit of weaponry within sight.
You gotta have the
guys.
swords. Always the swords.
We want to hide where we're at.
That's probably wise. While Enzo grabs the sword and has show and tell, I have to say I've been a fan since 2012 when I saw you guys playing in Galway. I think that was when the Two More EP came out. And I expected it to be a fun show. I had no idea what to expect. It was absolutely incredible. Blew me away.
We knew exactly what to expect, but I'm glad that you were left hanging there. But
Well,
of course
since
you knew
then-
what to expect. It was the most fantastic show you ever saw in your life.
It was an
Apart
important...
from other Arnocorps audio assaults, some of them are arguably better.
2012,
Hey, come
that's when
on.
we got this group together.
Exactly.
With this perfect lineup that we have here, with heroic symmetry, with the Baron, with Nagelbet in there. That was the year that we founded this group here. So you saw us right there when we were energized and we were ready to hit the UK for the first time. But now we're even more perfect.
Exactly.
This is what I wanted to ask about.
Right.
I don't believe I have had the pleasure of being introduced to Odom Krieg Troll before. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you very much.
So my first question is for you. When you join Arnocorps, are there any induction rituals to being a member of the band?
Yeah, there was some weird shit I had to do. A lot of...
It's not weird.
No, it was exactly what you'd expect. Heroic actions, deadlifts, squats. I had to prove myself to this band. Curls, a lot of curls.
That's funny you asked that.
But then he cut them all off.
Okay. We actually used some footage of his induction. in the promo video for the tour. Right, if you watch it through to the end, at the very end, you see him. He's doing curls, and he's like on his 98th repetition, something, and he loses his temper. And he said, well, I don't remember how you said it. He said, I never had to do this to join a band before.
There are no bands like Arnocorps. Let me tell you. That's right.
There is no band like Arnocorps.
Very unique experience.
But also, since I last spoke to you, Arnocorps is now a member of the Alternative Tentacles roster. So congratulations on joining them a while back. Do you guys have any
Congratulations to Alternative Tentacles.
Yeah, sorry to change that note.
In fact, I mean, everybody sees this as opening a new page, a new chapter for Alternative Tentacles. Because, hey, let's face it, it was starting to maybe not get as bumped about day-to-day. And then they brought in Arnocorps, and suddenly they're relevant again.
Yeah, the tentacles were getting limp and a little squishy.
Exactly.
And so where is that leading? What is next for Arnocorps on Alternative Tentacles?
Let me tell you, we are always writing new music, right? And we have a fantastic new record that we're working on. It is going to be a full-length record. But let me tell you something. It is going to be a return to 4 words, all right? 4 words. The first word, intensity, right? Intensity. Come on. Mm-hmm. You can't, what can you accomplish that's worthwhile without
intensity? Exactly.
It's fun. And then the second word, fury. I'm talking this is like the fire in your belly. This is the thing that motivates and
exactly
the intensity. How can you have intensity without fury, right?
Exactly.
All right. Third word. Here, this word is important. And this word is, you're asking how is and is important as those first 2 words because it connects the 4th word.
Exactly.
So now you're wondering what is the 4th word?
Mm-hmm.
Power! That's right.
Can you believe that?
From anyone, right? You know, the power. Exactly. That is, it's the expression of strength, right? So we have intensity, fury, and power. This is important to remind yourself every day. So you can make an acronym if you want. Right?
Exactly. Make it easy to understand and remember.
IFAP. So you can short it's just IFAP, right? Just when you wake up, it's IFAP. That's right. I want you to
IFAP.
You should be able to cheer
IFAP too.
Exactly. Anyone in your family, anybody you know in the street, you should be able to look them in the eyes and tell them, IFAP every day. Yes, this is important.
When you're feeling down, IFAP. When you're feeling lonely, IFAP. Come on.
Intensity.
If someone's, you're feeling like people just don't understand you. You have to look them straight in the eye and go, IFAP every day.
Can you believe how much I'm in heaven when I fap?
That's right. Hey, see?
No 2 ways about it. Exactly.
Well, I'm sure that Jello Biafra is very happy that you guys are fapping on Alternative Tentacles Records. I know he has performed a guest spot on the Unbelievable EP. Do you guys have any good stories involving Mr. Biafra?
We have so many stories with that guy. He is the reason that we joined his label. Of course, no band is on Alternative Records. You're not even saying it right. What? Alternative Tentacles. Me? This right. Come on down there. Yeah. What are you trying to do?
I just threw the mind bullet right in there.
This calls his something. He used to come out to the Arnocorps shows. He'd be in the crowd. He would get in the crowd. And he knew right away. He came up to Arnocorps. He said, hey, guys, I see what you're doing at your shows here. You have You guys are from Austria, right? Of course. How did you know? You said
And let me tell you that Holtzfeuer is doing a perfect imitation of his voice right now.
Exactly. That's how he sounds. He came up to me and he said, "What's you guys?"
Finish my push-ups, Carl.
Hey, whoa! There's a ghost. We've been having
Mark calling Orson.
Whoa! What's that?
That was Jello for a second there.
That's Jello.
Exactly. It's a pudding pop.
So he said that he'd been watching you guys and liked what you were about.
He said, what I agree with you guys, which is fantastic, is you have that point of view that I have, this space between the audience and the band, that space. Loose translation from the Alpine Austrian area. Loose translation, we call the space between the audience and the band. We call that space bullshit. That's right. Yeah, there is no bullshit in Arnocorps shows. There's no space between us and the crowd.
Exactly.
The crowd on stage with us all the time. This is what it's all about. All right, we get out in the crowd.
So,
We
for
mix
any-
it up.
That means if there's any young bands listening, you just need to not have any bullshit, no space between you and the crowd, and you could also get signed to Alternative Tentacles. That's how easy it is. But you also
And
need
they
the
have
fact.
to be able to say, they have to look in the mirror and say, I fap every day. That's right. And believe it, that's crucial.
I fap every
No
day, and
doubt.
it also helps if you are, in the greatest band of all time. Come on, let's be
Exactly.
honest right here.
So-
Come on.
Well, speaking of the
Wake
greatest
up.
band of all time,
Exactly. Very important to wake up every morning, go into the mirror, and say, I'm in the greatest band of all time. Can you believe how much I'm in heaven right now? If they do that, they believe it, it'll happen.
I'll try it
Guaranteed.
tomorrow. I'll let you know how it goes. But hey, you guys have in the past re-recorded some of your own songs. I particularly like the version of Terminator on the Ballsy EP. I prefer it to the original. Are there any older Arnocorps songs that you would like to re-record with the new full lineup?
How about Chrome Strong on his mountain?
For the third time, Crom 3.
Exactly.
And
When songs are timeless, you can record them whenever you want. That's the thing.
That's right.
Goddamn classics.
The only
Even if they
one-
aren't written yet.
the only remainder song that we have considered as last action hero, we have considered doing it down the road. But hey, we're too focused on the future right now.
Absolutely.
That's one of those songs where it's like the live version is the best.
Right.
Oh,
Exactly.
So why mess with it? It's like you hear the Last Action Hero, the last song always.
Yeah, last time I saw you guys was in Glasgow 2017. It brings the pump. Last time I saw you was 2017 in Glasgow. That was the last song. I was on the stage, making sure no one was knocking over the amps. I'm going to Glasgow for a gig next weekend, but you guys won't be there, so I'm not really sure there's any point. But speaking of the live show, you guys are notorious for always having an incredible live show all throughout your career. What were some of the best on-stage moments, whether amongst yourselves or with the crowd?
I'd say the 4th of July in London was a very notable.
That was terrific. Should I tell that story?
Go ahead.
So one fantastic, it was 2008, and Arnocorps was going to be playing in London, England, on the 4th of July. And this is American Independence Day right there. And Arnocorps, even though we're from Austria, we were made in America.
He's right.
That's
He's
right.
right.
I'm an American. Exactly. So we decided, hey, for the London audience on American Independence Day, we should give them a real treat. We should play a ballsy song called Real American.
Exactly.
And I thought it would be terrific on the 4th of July, get the whole crowd in London to sing along to the chorus. I am a real American, fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American, fight for what's right, fight for your life.
Exactly.
And that would be terrific.
We were wondering how that was actually going to go down. Were they excited us? But we did others.
But if any other band were to try and pull that off, the British audience would know that it was a goddamn piss take. But because it was Arnocorps out there, they knew.
Because you brought the
it was
intensity.
Sincere ballsiness right there.
Well, Holtzfeuer explained it to them.
Right. I told the crowd, hey, let me tell you something. When I immigrated to the United States, to California, I had to learn about the Founding Fathers. Right? And when I learned about the Founding Fathers, was their fathers were all from right here.
Exactly.
Come on.
And then the crowd, of course, very proud of that, right? And I said, so, from a certain point of view, especially if you're drunk like they were.
Come on.
All of you, these ballsy London heroes, are real Americans.
Exactly.
I cheered like it was the most fantastic revelation of the lives.
Exactly. Teach that in the goddamn history books out there.
Hey, but let me tell you, they do now.
I say that was a big achievement right there, because I think most fans go in there singing, I am a real American coming from California on 4th of July in London. They're getting their asses kicked.
Yeah, that would be rude.
I remember,
We got carried on the goddamn shoulders. Heroes.
I remember when the first and only time that Arnocorps played in Berlin, and I met you guys before the show, and at the time I was working as a tour guide, and you said, all right, come on, can you tell me some things that happened on this day that I can say on the stage? I was like, well, yeah, today is the anniversary of the wall. You were like, all right, fantastic, the wall coming down, unity and strength. I'm like, oh no, it's the anniversary of the wall going up. You're like, oh no, I can't say that on stage.
Oh, come on.
Oh, what a show at Wild at Heart. All right, so.
Space between us and the audience bullshit and the wall bullshit. Any walls, come on,
No
straight it up.
bullshit.
Exactly.
We know that Arnocorps music brings the pump. When you are pumping iron, what do you listen to?
Arnocorps.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Sorry, was that a
trick
trick question there? Because the answer, of course, is Arnocorps. But
I listened to two more.
I'm interested to hear what my comrades had to say about that. But go on.
I listened to two more on loop, and I just keep doing
Exactly.
I listened to it just fall apart.
I listen to Welcome to the Gym on repeat right now. A-side, B-side. But hey, this is an opportunity right now. I think we should explain something. Why even Arnocorps listens to Arnocorps. It is because Arnocorps is the most powerful force in the universe.
That's right.
In the entire
Exactly. Come on.
Words never said.
Do you think, come on, whose perception is this? Who sees it differently? How is this validated? Well, let me tell you something. It wasn't too long ago when all of humanity didn't realize that the sun was the center of the solar system right there. Same for Arnocorps. This band you're looking at right now is the most powerful force in the universe. And this is important because, hey, how does this happen? It is because the words and the sound, the sonic assemblage of everything we create that can go in the ear holes. It motivates, it educates. Let me tell you something. It reveals all of life's mysteries. If you have any questions in your life, what do I do next? What am I going to do about this problem, that problem, all this? Listen to Arnocorps. The solution is there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
No two ways about it.
If you did a study, scientific study right now, and you pulled aside hardcore Arnocorps listeners, I'm talking about the listeners that really understand and grasp what Arnocorps, not somebody that just turned on one song and went, hey, oh, all right, and pump. You know,
Which could happen.
which can
It could
happen.
happen.
I'm talking about like Lightbreaker that have taken what we do, taking a look at beyond the surface, taking a look at the layers of meanings. And if you look at a study and you compare the levels of actualization, happiness, contentment, intelligence, all of those Arnocorps listeners would be in a whole different stratosphere from the rest of humanity. So we see this as a problem. These ballsy, enlightened heroes, there's too few right now. So that's
Absolutely.
why I pray.
Well, certainly the most I was ever pumping iron was when I had the Wheel of Pain app on my phone. I got up to 102 reps at one go. That was good times. But hey, you want to talk to a Coffin or to a Arnocorps listener? We have a surprise guest about to join the call. Gentleman of Arnocorps, please say hello to Oobliette Sparks from Tsunami Bomb.
All right.
What's his name?
Any minute now.
Hey!
Hi, guys.
She's a ballsy hero I can tell right now.
That's it.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Very good.
Fantastic. Unbelievable.
Oopsilla.
The party is in full flow. Thanks for joining us, Oobliette.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. So,
I think said Boomzilla. No, come on. Okay, all right. Fantastic.
Hey, I don't know if she's in that kind of mood right now.
Hey.
so at least you guys know each other.
Heroes, I don't know.
We do.
Oobliette, is there anything you would like to say or ask of Arnocorps on this prestigious day of their reunion?
Yes. So usually I know you have a guest come on and ask questions, but because Arnocorps is not just a normal kind of guest, I thought we could do something a little more fun. So,
All right.
No, we like fun.
Right.
so I have some cards with words on them, and we're going to do word association.
Hey.
All right. So you guys ready?
Fantastic.
We'll start easy. Okay. So the first one is Skynet.
Arnocorps.
Skynet, not
Bullshit.
ballsy.
Carl, what do you think? Skynet? We'll come
That's what
back.
I think. That's what I think right there.
Word association. Baron?
Alright,
Skynet?
Skynet?
No.
Okay. Nope. All right. Next one. Blaine Cooper.
Blaine Cooper. Ballsy?
Oh.
Who's Blaine Cooper?
Blaine. What's the
Wow, you Blaine
This
Cooper.
is easy. Well,
I got the perfect word association for Blaine.
Is it from a
I
Hollywood?
ain't got time to bleed.
Jesse Ventura played Blaine Cooper.
Oh, that's from a Hollywood bastardization.
Yeah, that's from
I hate that shit. That's the guy's name?
Next question.
Okay. Dynamo.
Yeah.
Dynamo. Is this another Hollywood exploitation?
I don't think the boys understand how word association games work.
I know what. Okay.
The first
This
word
one.
you think of, guys. First word you think
I
of.
see these. I see dynamo, and I think, is that some sort of, an exercise? Is that a way of doing, your squats or something like that?
I think of light bulb.
Hey.
Get a GMC.
Okay. You guys,
Guys,
I
stop
I feel
protein.
good about the next one.
Right.
What about laminations of women?
Hey.
Laminate.
They always ask that question, the Lamentations. What is best in life, right? Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, hear the lamentations of the women, but they're forgetting the most important part. With consent!
Oh, very good.
With lamination, glossy or matte lamination?
Hey, come on.
Hmm.
Which is more ballsy?
Whatever you and your partner agree on, that's fine.
That's right.
Good answer.
Shiro, because if the Lamentations comes from a goddamn Shiro, you're in trouble.
Exactly.
That's right.
All right. Ballsy.
Ballsy!
Yeah.
Yeah. You are. Shiro is like Ballsy.
You.
You.
Me?
No.
It's a lifestyle, and it's a fantastic song.
All right. What about girls have a?
Oh,
Carl, answer this one.
Oh.
Carl, I think this is the ladies.
It's a trick question.
The internet can't get down to the basement.
that's not so straightforward anymore.
Yeah.
No, I feel like it's a trap.
I think girls have a eraser.
Heroic
Sure.
abuse. Razor. Yeah.
Okay.
Some deep
What
cut
about-
Arnocorps song.
Oh,
Girl George.
Hey, we're getting into the genders.
All right.
Sometimes
Is that a reference to another bastardization?
back in the 80s, maybe it did with the.
I don't know. I heard it was based on a true story.
Could be.
All right.
Are you talking about nutrition? Are you talking about green berets for breakfast?
Exactly.
Are you talking about Curious George, the goddamn monkey?
And my very last one. Hasta la vista, guys. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you
come
for
on.
joining us, Oubliette. And thank you for your questions.
Bye. It was good seeing you.
You too.
Fantastic seeing you. Come on. Right.
Bye.
So how about that?
All right.
You believe
So-
it? I've got that Shiro's a fantastic.
She's
Yeah.
ready to for Arnocorps.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah,
all right.
Hey, Tsunami Bomb were on the show a couple of months ago, and they had a lot of good things to say about Arnocorps, playing shows with you guys. So I thought I'd bring Oubliette in for the Arnocorps sensitivity training as part of your contract with Untitled Chapter. I had no idea what she was going to ask you there, but that was great.
Being honest.
Goddamn human resource.
Well, I tell you what,
All right.
I have also been outsourcing my job to do as little work as possible now that I'm getting a little bit paid for it. So let's go and find some of the questions from the Patreon subscribers to the Coffin Nail. If anyone wants to join, patreon.com/Coffin Nail. It's down in the description of this YouTube video. So this first question comes in from my mother, good old Ma Esther Kriegsmutter.
Hey, come on, mother.
She says, I've been to one Arnocorps gig at the Roisin Dove Galway, the last time, I believe, that Arnocorps played in Ireland. As a writer myself, a newcomer to the band and confirmed fan of your unique music, I am genuinely interested in how the concept came about of using lines from Arnie Astroploitation movies as lyrics for your songs. Tell us about it. Thanks, Mrs. Kriegsmutter, let's say. So she wants to know the origin story. Let's hear it, boys.
Well, the truth comes back to when I was in the Austrian army, and there was a battle of the bands going on, and I had to go AWOL to enter this competition with a couple of guys in my troop at the time, and we were always strumming the guitar, motivating each other because we felt trapped in this militaristic situation that we were in. We wanted to perform music. We wanted to express ourselves. So we went AWOL, entered this competition. We didn't have time to change the clothes. So we're still wearing our goddamn military uniforms. But as far as lyrical content, what else is more important than the ancient tales of Austria, the Alpine communities? We're talking about heroic archetypes. We're talking about the hero's journey, right? We're talking about timeless. That's why Arnocorps will live forever. That is why Arnocorps is the most powerful force in the universe. We took a look at, if we're going to do a band, we should create songs about things that really matter, things that matter in everybody's lives right now. So I'm going to ask you, Lightbreaker, pick an Arnocorps song. We'll tell you the underlying metaphorical meaning, and we'll even explain the literal meaning for you. Well, just as an example.
I wish I had time to think about this ahead.
want to spot
Okay,
you.
right. The one that punches me in the heart more than in the head. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly, that's right.
This one gets into the deep tissue there. Don't worry.
Right. That is a deep cut in the guts. Because exactly, this is about the sword, the
making of the sword,
and the making of the character.
Exactly.
A perfect example of a metaphor. When you make steel or any kind of metal that you have to harden and shape, it takes some pounding. It takes resistance, right? Resistance, just like life. This happens to you every day. Every day there's obstacles. Certain things get in the way. Can those things destroy you, or do they sharpen you? Do they make you sharper? Do they make you stronger? That is the message right now. So that is what's going on in the song exactly. It is taking the metaphor of the creating of the sword, the steel, and how it gets hardened. It is the only one way.
Exactly. And you need adversity, because if you get through that, you're stronger. This goes with anything.
Exactly.
Then you get soft.
If we ever get messages from our fans and they have problems and they need a little bit of help through these problems, we always tell them it's an opportunity right there. Exactly. Because in all of history, there's never been a hero that did not have something to overcome. If you do not have something to overcome, you cannot become a hero. Exactly. So this is essential. This is so important. And this is one of the key perfect messages of Arnocorps. And again, why intensity, fury, and power is shown.
Exactly.
And why we are the most powerful force in the universe.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
And the word itself is the perfect punctuation to anything. Because somebody says to you, hey, exactly is the most perfect song ever written. And you just go, exactly.
Incredible. Hey, Lewis, do you want a beer? Exactly.
Exactly. Hey, this guy knows what he's talking about right there.
That's a terrific answer to a terrific question. Thank you very much to my ma for that one. This next question comes in from the one and only Rick DeFlair.
Rick DeFlair. All right.
He spent a day working on this. So he said, has the time away from audio assaults changed your perspectives around touring, performing, or the process of writing and creating songs to retell the days of high adventure from Austrian lore? The time away from live shows specifically.
Hey, let me tell you something. Exactly don't know what you have.
Come on, going to do doing everything that we're supposed to be doing. Same thing, everything that we want to do. So there's nothing that we're doing is different. Come on, we're still playing, writing songs, everything, staying creative, doing what we have to do. Come on, staying focused on everything. Nothing's changing. Exactly.
I agree. I totally agree with everything. I agree.
No two ways about it. Exactly. All on the same page right there.
Well, I'm glad. Rick carries on. Would there be any things you studs would maybe now do differently on future recon missions on the stage or in the studio?
You mean, do we want to make Arnocorps more perfect?
Of course. We're always striving to be more perfect.
Better, exactly. Just like I always do 2 more reps, it's like you can always be more perfect. That's right. You know, so we just continue doing what we do, and it'll get more perfect. Just on its own.
I'd be terrific if we got more Carl Dichner. All right, that'd be great. More Carl Dichner going on in there. That's right. We miss Carl at the wasteland. I
think he's chained up. Someone's
who's behind that camera?
Carl, are you under duress? Blink once for yes.
Are you under duress?
Clap twice if you are under duress.
I am practicing mindfulness.
All right.
Oh, your mind's full of shit, Carl. Carl is not under.
Come on.
Perfectly. Look at that there. He's got his vest, his dog tags, his beard. What are they talking about? We need everybody to give Carl some sympathy because his body. Carl, can you tell the people about what's going on with when you go out in the world and related to your physique that is happening here.
Oh, what's going on?
Exactly. Well, I have not been out in the world for 2 years.
Why?
I don't know.
Come on.
The world misses you,
He's
Carl.
under duress. Someone's got a gun to his head or something.
It couldn't be because you're stuck in that room.
Is it because you're embarrassed of your perfect muscles?
Exactly.
I
People
hope
were
Jello
calling
hasn't
me
locked
the
you up.
cat every time I walk out the house. Laughing at my huge, perfect biceps.
What about the
Asking me to expose them.
He needs to be ready for the next recon mission, for the next audio assault over in this side of the pond, eh? We got another question in from a friend of mine, Mr. T Money Dougie over in Coleraine was asking if the band wasn't Arnocorps and it was
What?
someone else core, who else
What?
core would it be?
Ooh, what? Come on.
We're not
Hold
honest.
on.
That's a huge fallacy right
What the
there.
hell kind of question is that right there?
Next question.
The name comes from a power, not a person.
Exactly. The power of Arno. This weird from the Alpine communities.
Flows
This is
down the
weird.
river.
Exactly. In fact, in Italy, that shares the Alpines with Austria, you know, the Alps, there's a river that flows down from the Alps that was so ballsy from what was happening on the Austrian side. Down in Italy, they named the river Arno River. It's true.
Exactly.
Look it up. That's your job.
Incredible.
If we were not Arnocorps, we would be choir boys.
No, thank you.
Yeah, because we have amazing singing ability. The Coldspire has demonstrated that on stage.
Time in the
You
carrion.
can hit the high
In
notes.
fact, I was in the Vienna Boys Choir. I probably would have stayed in there if it wasn't for Arnocorps, which saved my life. Can you imagine?
Oh, it's probably the worst thing to ever happen to the Vienna Boys Choir, losing you.
Holtzfeuer, let's hear your high notes.
Well, first, do you want to hear my exit speech that I gave by the Vienna Boys Choir?
Yeah, come on.
This was my exit speech when it was time to go. I said, all of you, you're fucking choir boys compared to me. Choir boys.
Exactly.
I never told that story before. Hey, all right.
That's the low. That's the low.
you
Give
hear
him a medium.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, I hear that right there. That's right there.
Highs, the highs.
Oh, that's right. That's the sweet spot right there. Come on.
You're the Lightbreaker.
Shatter the bones.
Holy shit.
We're all on the tree of whoa.
Oh.
Fix this. Whoa. Hey, all right, we're back.
Well, Dougie, I hope that answers your question. And lads, if you want to beat him up, he lives in Coleraine.
All right.
Our Patreon questions, there was a bonus question in from Rick DeFlair. He said, also,
Right.
who told you could eat my cookies?
Come on.
Oh, one, but I got a problem if I see it.
Hey, you had a good approach to the picking it up, the cookies, you remember? You
What
were
are you
telling
saying?
me that the key was also to put it down.
Hey, that's right. It's
You
just like
pick it up.
eating cookies is just like going to the gym. You pick it up and you put it down.
Hey, right.
With a bite, without a bite?
Repetition, you put it down.
That's your preference,
Yes,
right?
no.
Now I see.
Powerful and smooth.
Exactly.
I eat cookies all the time.
And so that's the trick. Fap and cookies.
Yes.
Incredible.
IFAP.
IFAP.
There you go.
Well, guys, we're just about done with the
Exactly.
interview, and it has been a roller coaster. But at the end of every Coffin Nail interview, we always have a quick lightning round. So I will give you one or the other, and you just pick whichever one you would prefer. Okay? All good? Sweet.
Wait.
What are we going to pick? I couldn't hear you. You broke up right there.
Okay, I'll just give you two options, and you just tell me which one you would pick.
Okay.
Okay? Option first one. For breakfast, would you rather have green berets or cookies?
Guys, come on.
All right.
No two ways about it.
Sometimes people think in the morning time that you have the choice. That is, you have freedom of choice. That you can choose maybe to have some regular eggs or some sausage or bacon.
Pancakes.
This whole freedom of choice for breakfast time is bullshit. Arnocorps says, screw your freedom.
That's right.
There's only one choice for breakfast time.
Right.
Green berets.
Berets. Exactly.
Right.
I'm getting hungry.
I'll usually have a cookie after.
And after.
Amazing. And by the way, I'm definitely isolating a soundbite of Arnocorps says, screw your freedom. And I promise I will not be using it for the forces of good.
As long as you take it out of context. That's all that matters.
I will.
Do a new one where I'm saying screw your freedom, and then put the W with the R just because it's more funny. And you put it out there to all the low foreheads, and you know what I'm talking about exactly.
Absolutely. All right, let's see about this next one. WrestleMania or Royal Rumble?
This is like another Green Beret question. There's no two ways about it.
Come on, are you talking about Pontiac Silverdome right now? Well, I mean, come on. We're talking about the power, the majesty of WrestleMania. There's nothing quite like it. All the way dating back to Mr. T. Forget about it.
So when are Arnocorps going to play at WrestleMania?
As soon
as they ask us back.
Sure, it will happen at some point.
You mean when is WrestleMania going to happen at an Arnocorps show exactly?
Exactly.
Because Arnocorps is the most powerful force in the universe.
Exactly. Come on.
Well, we'll see what we can do in the mosh pit at the next gig. So, dream wife, Jamie Lee Curtis or Sharon Stone?
Come on.
I'm always back in the morning.
There's only one that I would say consider this a final divorce to, so come on.
So by default, we're going to give it to Jamie Lee, shall we?
I believe it. Come on.
Hey, she's ballsy.
She's definitely ballsy. Wearing black or wearing camo?
Black camo.
Black camo.
Black camo, come on.
Hey, come on, somewhere in the middle there.
Exactly.
That's an easy one.
You get the black camo back there.
Oh yeah, I couldn't see that black camo there. I don't know why. It's hard to spot.
That's the point. It's doing its job.
If you could see it, it wasn't doing its job.
Like a cake.
The camo is just screaming out to me, "Come on, I'm here, see me."
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so
All right.
Steven Seagal or Dolph Lundgren?
We have to go Dolph. However,
Exactly.
because but this Seagal guy, he gets my respect because he ended up with Lisa from Weird Science. That was crazy. That was
Unbelievable. Come on. We're big fans. We're big fans of her.
I hear that when Seagal took a shower with Kelly the Brock, he was wearing his jeans. That's why they get
The only reason why you can respect that is because he was in on the joke right there.
wearing his jeans.
Exactly.
Oh, terrific. And guys, there is one final question that I ask at the end of every single Coffin Nail interview, and that is Star Wars prequels or Star Wars sequels? Not the original trilogy.
That's a stupid question.
Come on.
Well, give me a stupid answer then.
Answer that?
Neither one.
Yeah, all bullshit. All Hollywood movies are bullshit.
Oh, right.
They get the wrong advices. These ones.
Exactly. If you're going to talk about those movie films, those goddamn Hollywood blockbusters, you're going to bring it back to the originals right there. Yeah.
There's no
Exactly.
There's no Alpines in space. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, and the originals weren't even movies. They were stories told around campfires. That's what we're talking about when we say originals.
You know what was crazy in those movies, films? They changed the word. It used to be Arno, but they changed it to Force. The Force.
That's right.
Power of Arnold.
It surrounds us. It
Binds
energizes us.
us. That's right.
Us together.
Oh!
So I'm picturing Yoda on Dagobah saying, "And my ally is IFAP, and a powerful ally it is."
Exactly.
Bullshit.
You just wait till
You know, Yoda was saying I fap. How would he say it? Fap I. Every day I do, or something like that. Come on.
I rap every day.
Yeah, look at the.
Well, I don't think we're going to have a better point to end it on than Yoda saying I fap every day. Gentlemen of
Or
Arnocorps, thank you for
fap I
coming
every
on the
day.
Coffin Nail.
All right.
Guys, go check out Arnocorps now on Spotify, YouTube, anywhere music is, and arnocorps.com and Alternative Technical Records. And guys, thanks for being on the show.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you. Come on. Unbelievable.
All right.
Hey.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. It's YouTube. You know the drill. Be sure to like and subscribe to get notifications about any future interviews I post here on the page, because you never know who it's going to be. I don't know who it's going to be. Could be Scott Stapp. Or someone good. But like and subscribe and there'll be a new interview every second week. There's also, of course, a new episode of the Coffin Nail live on Keith FM. That's KEITHFEM.com every second Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. German time. You can also go to thecoffinnailradio.com for all things Coffin Nail related and patreon.com/thecoffinnail to get involved with what we're doing next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.